So as an NBA fan, I enjoy watching basketball. Of course, I have my preferences as far as teams, but one thing I can definitely say about the Golden State Warriors is I was wrong. I was blatantly wrong because I came into the season with surprises when the Golden State Warriors were playing good, and I honestly thought that they weren't going to be as good as they were starting the season. And when the decline started to show midway in the season, I started to kind of show how I really felt about Golden State. And now I truly never really believed that they could be an actual threat. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I don't think I'm ever going to have that idea again, at least not for a while, and definitely not this season, because I genuinely think the Warriors are actual threats to win the NBA championship this year. One of the main things that I talked about in my last Warriors related video was how Jimmy Butler was actually going to be more of a detriment to the Warriors and he wasn't actually going to make them better. And his character, at least how it was demonstrated in Miami, was actually going to be an Achilles heel for Golden State.
He is our leader, and we must protect him at all times. I will tell you that. So that's for myself for sure, but everybody else to make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing and give my man a break.
And I was wrong about that too. Man, I am just so good at being wrong about a lot of things when it comes to Golden State. Definitely seeing them beat the Lakers, the Grizzlies, and the Denver Nuggets in the last span of 3 games is kind of all I really need to know as far as where I should see this team as far as threats. And I might be updating my contenders as far as teams that I genuinely think could actually, win the NBA championship. Because the Golden State Warriors, they're looking like a threat. Stephen Curry has been playing amazing. He's just been one of the highest scoring players in the last 20 games in stretch. One of the best players offensively down the stretch. And he's just been so good overall offensively for the Warriors. He's just found this new spark. I don't know what it was about acquiring Jimmy. Maybe it was just having another body on the court where you knew this guy could also get buckets, which kind of just made it better for Steph, or just lessened the load on him mentally and just also low-key physically. Because Jimmy Butler, there was a lot of times in games where I would see a Warriors game and just a regular play, offensive possession for the Warriors, where Jimmy Butler would just be on the court, and him being on the court alone would add at least 2 people directly looking at him, waiting for a pass to Jimmy, or maybe just a cut pass to Jimmy or something. So it low-key lessened the defense on Steph, even though you can never really lessen the defense. You're always gonna have people getting ready to zone that guy or blitz him or something. But you could definitely see that teams were thinking twice this time in a lot of plays. And that really can change a lot for a player like Steph. Just giving him even an ounce of space, an ounce of freedom defensively, and you're probably going to be dealing with one of the most dangerous offensive players ever seen. And I think that's exactly what's happening. When we look at the years where Steph has been his best and most dangerous, there was always that one secondary option player that was always a threat. He was always someone that they would have to look at. With Jordan Poole in the 2022 year, he was such a threat. People had to they had to pick and choose who they wanted to get them, and then with KD, obviously back in 2017, they had to pick and choose. So that's usually when you get Steph as the most dangerous. When there's always just that one guy that you can see can score as well, and that's kind of what's been a big thing. Draymond has definitely been a huge factor, as in why the Warriors have been playing so well. And I just gotta say, every time Draymond sees there's a chance, it's something I realized. Every time Draymond sees an opportunity to win or make an actual run, this dude just locks in, bro. He just locks in defensively. He locks in offensively. He just locks in. And that's one thing I will say. Love him or hate him, which a lot of people hate him these days. He's definitely a player that will do whatever he can for his team to win. He's not gonna be a downside to his team, especially if he sees there's genuinely a chance to win and make a deep run in any postseason or any year, or just sees that his team has potential. he's gonna lock in. He's gonna lock in. You saw it in 22. You saw it all the other years where they won championships. Bro, locked in. Draymond really can't do it all. When you really look at the value of Draymond to the Warriors, it really is something that doesn't get talked about enough. I feel like he has his faults. Don't get me wrong, but it's something that they don't talk about enough. And dude's he's looking like he's on his way to potentially getting another Defensive Player of the Year award. He's definitely going to be all-team, first-team defense this year. Like he's having a great year defensively, and just a great stretch in these past games defensively. I look at the defensive play he had on LeBron, or was it Austin Reeves down the stretch in the Lakers game. Had a lot of great defensive plays against the Nuggets. Like, this guy's been on a tear, man. And then I gotta go to just Pods, man. Pods has been playing really great. Like I don't know what it was, what's happened. Even like Moses Moody, like Quentin Post has been really good this season. Like, you can tell the young guys are starting to figure it out, and they've just been playing really good this year. Like, especially this last stretch of games. Like, Pods has been amazing. He's literally been arguably the second best option scoring wise for the Golden State Warriors. Like, he's been crazy. Like, I saw this guy he torched the Lakers last game. I was like, dang, like, bro, like, I know Pods. Like, I always knew Pods as like, he gave me Gary Payton vibes. Not in terms of his necessarily his hops or anything, but his defensive motor, his hustle, his every other thing mentality, where it's like, it's not, if he's not scoring, Pods is still impactful to a game. Like, he can get you a defensive stop. He can go and dive for the ball. He can make the right plays for teammates. Like, that's the type of vibes he gave me, and he's clearly blown it out the charts as far as the scouting report, at least in my eyes. Like, I didn't know that offensively he would ever explode to this level, and he's just been amazing. This could be crazy for the Warriors postseason time if he keeps this up. And then obviously Moses Moody, like, he's just found that defensive identity that the Warriors have been looking from him. And he's been locked in. I'm not gonna lie. And then Quentin, he's a very modern big man type of player, but he's got some fire in him. Like, he doesn't just let people like talk to him anyway. Like, he's got fire. Like, that's definitely a factor that needs to be that doesn't need to be understated in any way or any fashion, bro. Like, he's got that dog in him for sure. And they just got a very well-rounded team. If I had to pick my chances, the Warriors' chances for an actual like deep playoff run, I'd say I'd go all in with these guys. I genuinely think that they are a team to be worried about. And yeah, man, I gotta admit when I'm wrong. I gotta admit when the Warriors or just any basketball team has proven me wrong. And this is one of those videos, maybe the first of many. But yeah, the Warriors they're legit, man. They are legit.